Hey everyone, welcome to MuseThemes.com. My name is Steve Harris. As you probably know if you follow the site, I really like using YouTube to host all of my videos. The problem that I've found is when you have a big YouTube channel, let's say 10 videos or more, you can't really embed them all on a single page of a website without it becoming really slow to load. The YouTube embed code actually kind of loads the video in each of these little iframes, and it gets really slow and cumbersome. So we decided to build a little YouTube plugin for Muse, and this is actually based on an existing plugin called Umax, where you can embed an entire YouTube gallery on your page, but it doesn't load the video in each little frame. It just loads a thumbnail, and when you click on a thumbnail, it brings up the video in a light box. So this gallery was built 100% in Muse using our new YouTube gallery widget, and as you can see, if you scale the window down, they actually respond to the browser size, so it kind of mimics responsive behavior, and you can do these really nice full width galleries with this widget. So let's have a look at how this was done in Muse. I think this is one of the most powerful widgets that we've ever built, and I'm really excited to release it. So let me delete this out, and I'll go to our library file. Right now we're on version 7.4.3. And let's look at number 23, the YouTube video gallery. So if we drag that onto the page, we'll see how it looks. There, so it previews really quickly, and so we kind of have this 3-column gallery. These are showing all of the Muse Themes videos. And let me close this so we have a little bit more room. So if we take a look at the widget options panel here, I'll just run through everything quickly so you have an idea of how this works. It starts with the channel URL. So this is really simple. This is just the location of your YouTube channel. So if I was to change this to, let's say, Apple, this should display all of Apple's uploads, which it does right away. Now we have the option to change the video source. So right now it's set to uploads, but we could set it to playlists. And what this will look for is what playlists Apple has on their YouTube channel. And as you can see, they have 3 playlists: iPhone, iPad, and a featured playlist. Let's go back to uploads. I think that's going to be a little bit more common. Okay, now the next thing is the gallery column. So right now it's set to 3 columns, and as you can see, the widget is set to kind of a static width. I've got it set to, let's just put this in the middle. If we set it about here, we're at 920 pixels wide. So the 3 columns are going to adjust automatically to fit. Now with the height, if I preview this in the browser, you can see that the width looks great, but in terms of height, right now we're getting a scroll bar, and that's because they've got way too many videos to fit all within this small box. So we left this behavior on for a reason. I like the ability to control the size of the frame, and I think the scroll bar actually looks pretty nice. But if you wanted to get rid of that, all you need to do is actually just drag this frame to be big enough to fit all those videos. I'm not sure how big that's going to be. I'll drag it down to about 2,000 pixels and we'll have a look. Okay, let's see when this generates a new preview. There, so now the scroll bar is gone. So if I preview that in the browser, you can see that we have them all nicely embedded on the page with no scroll bar. And as you probably noticed, this loads really, really fast. So it bypasses that annoying embed code slowdown that you'll see. Okay, so let's go back to Muse and look at the other options. I'm going to scale this down a little bit so that we have some room. Okay, next up we have more of the style options. So let's say we're happy with 3 columns, but now we're putting this on a black website. So now we have the ability to change the background color of the widget. So right now it's set to white, but let's change this to black. Okay, and you'll see that the preview changes. Now the title font, we just need to enter the name of the font. So right now I have it set at Arial, but we could do something like Open Sans. There. So as you can see, it automatically updates and it looks really good. Some of the different font names have kind of odd characters in them. So for example, this one is fine with just a space, but you may need to experiment with some of them to make them work. And I could do, let's say, Montserrat. And let's see. There. So it changes automatically. So that works really well. I'm going to go back to Arial for now. Below that, we have the title font weight. So this is just a really simple toggle between normal, or we could do bold. Now we have the title font size. So right now it's set to size 12, but if we went up to something bigger, let's say size 16, watch what happens. It will automatically adjust to deal with the wrapping of the lines. So if you could create a huge title size on these that went 4 lines long on one of them, and the videos will all stay perfectly aligned to the top. So it's a really quite a powerful gallery. Well, let's drop that down to 12 again. Now we have title font color. This is just to change the color of the title font. So right now it's set to blue, but we could set that to white, and these are all hex values as usual. There. So let's say now that the last thing we wanted to set is the size of the videos when we click play. I'll preview this in the browser. And we click on a video, and now a light box pops up. But you can actually control the size of this light box using those last controls in the widget flyout panel. So let me jump back to Muse. And you know what? Just to make this look a little bit better, let me change the background back to white. And I'll go ahead and change the title font back to blue. Okay, so now let's play with the Lightbox video size. So right now it's set to 800 by 500, which I thought was a nice kind of comfortable size, but let's say we wanted to set this to be perfect square. We could go 600 by 600. Okay, and now we'll preview our widget again, and let's see what happens. When we click on it, there, we get this nice square. Kind of an odd ratio for a video. You probably want to stick to more of a horizontal or landscape format, but that's up to you to decide. So one of the last things I wanted to show you on this is when I first loaded up this widget, I had it kind of in this full width responsive gallery. The way that you can do that is you can actually just drag this frame to be the full width of your browser and just make sure it clicks kind of and goes red on the left and right sides. There, so now it's full width. And what we could do is actually, we could change these gallery columns to, let's go with something a little more like 5. You can go up to 8 columns if you want, or all the way down to 1 single column. So there, now let's preview that in the browser. And there we have a really beautiful full width YouTube gallery that displays in a nice light box. And as you scale it down, they all size with it. That is a powerful Muse widget if I've ever seen one. So we hope that you enjoy this widget, and if you have any questions or concerns with it, please don't hesitate to let us know. One last thing that I wanted to make note of on this is because this is just pulling in the videos automatically from your channel, as you upload new videos to your channel, the widget is just going to display the new video in the first slot. So that's really helpful as well because you're never going to have to update this widget once you put it on a website. You just upload to your YouTube channel, the video will appear in there automatically. Awesome. Anyhow, let us know if you have any trouble, and thanks again for watching. Cheers.